We've had a great week as we talk about scarcity, and this is really a battle that all of us have that we're wrestling with. We live with an assumption that says we're lacking something. We don't have enough money, and it feels like God gave us the short end of the stick. We don't have enough in relationships. We don't have enough stuff. We don't have enough time. We don't have enough to look at ourselves in a world that evaluates us and says, you don't bring enough to the table. The last thing I want to talk about is relationships. It's pretty easy as you assess and look around in the relationships you have to find some disappointment. Just like people find disappointment in you, you find disappointment in them. You think, why doesn't my boss support me like so-and-so's boss? Or you might think, why isn't my wife hotter than she is? Or why aren't my kids always listening like someone else's kids? Maybe you think, why isn't my husband more empathetic? Why doesn't my wife talk about how great I am on my birthday on Facebook? Are these thoughts that have entered your brain? Maybe. Here's what God tells us. He says, rejoice always and give thanks in all circumstances. I think the key to appreciating relationships is just take a look at them and think about what a blessing that has come from these people. Take a look this weekend and appreciate your family and your kids and your friends. Take a look at your other Christian friends who have been encouraging to you. Appreciate them. Appreciate your stuff and your money and your time, because you know what? These don't just happen in a vacuum. These come from a God who appreciates you. You have a God who literally gave up heaven to come to this earth so that he could have a relationship with you. Author Lynn Twist says, what you appreciate appreciates. And I think that's totally true when you talk about relationships. It's pretty difficult to appreciate when you're looking on to the next thing. Just think of your last vacation. If you're on vacation thinking about your next vacation, it's hard to appreciate that moment. I guarantee it's hard to appreciate your relationships. It's hard to appreciate your kids when you're already thinking about all the disappointment that they bring. Here's what I know. When I truly appreciate the things in my life, when I truly appreciate the money in my life that God has given me, when I appreciate the time that God has given me, when I appreciate the unique gifts that God has given me, when I appreciate the people in my life and the relationships in my life, I start to really appreciate the God who has given these gifts to me. And so this weekend, as you go and you spend time with your family and your friends and the people that you love, make sure you don't miss out on an opportunity to appreciate the God who literally gave up heaven to come to this earth to build a relationship with you.